Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good Christmas, all that jazz. How you doing? Midweek point and click. We're playing through Disco Elysium, episode 9. It's we've spent a good time in this game with each episode being like 2 to 3 hours times 9. We could even be near 27 hours into this game and we're in day 2. Crazy. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, not bad. Yeah, it's going. Game time versus real time is going very, very slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. Saiku, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you so much again. This week, Steve has the fantastic job of giving the recap, which, look, a little bit behind the scenes. We were discussing it before we started the stream, trying to remember exactly what happened. A lot happened and a lot didn't happen. So, over to you, Steve.
Yeah, well, I think it's like the pace has been slow but steady. Because we like it doesn't feel like there's any big bang things, but we did a lot. Like last time we narrowed down a bit. I don't think we found out where the drugs are. We did find the 8th Hardy, which is the missing boot from the crime scene.
Do you remember why the boot was, like, how we determined that she was the lady? Based on a boot?
Oh yeah, because it was one on one side and we always didn't know. I think it was...
She put sandpaper on her gas pedal.
Yeah, so I scraped off the thread. We got more introductions of politics. At least we got from the corporate. We got a more in-depth conversation with Grace. I think it's Grace, the girl by the boat.
Joyce.
He gave us some more in-depth view of the politics, but I guess slanted from the side of the corporation, which we hadn't gotten yet. Most of our information was from the side of like the unions and the strikers. And that led us to find out that the unions had said the guy's a merc that was killed, and we found he's got 2 compatriots. And we talked to one of them, and he was a disgusting human being, which
the worst.
Which is a high bar in this game, but he jumped over it.
Totally.
Bleeded by several feet.
Like, he may even be worse than Kuno, or at least in spirit. His spirit is worse than Kuno's spirit.
Well, as shitty as Kuno is, like the motorhead, meathead, musclehead?
Measurehead?
Measurehead is a bit worse, and that guy you're walking to. They're kind of worse than Kuno, I think. And then this guy was even worse. And then we're sort of in a holding pattern for this whole day because we're about to talk to the guy we've been waiting for ages. Not about to, but we're approaching the time we can talk to what I'm assuming is a sex worker.
The guy in the... Hang on.
Whoa.
Put the brakes on for a second. Why do you assume he's a sex worker? Based on what information?
He has like the feel of it.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly what it is. I think something about the conversation made me think that.
Just the vibe, the ness, the je ne sais quoi of...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's had a sense of... There's no red light out, technically, but there should have been, I guess. I don't know what it would have tipped me off, but that's what I think of him as. But I feel what it was about the... But it could be completely something else. He's definitely hiding something, but it could be completely something else. There's the girl that was molested by the merc. We found out who she is, and we know where she is, but we don't want to talk to her without Kim, who's gone for the day. And then Kim's also got the car, which has the radio that would allow us to progress a whole bunch of other investigative leads.
Exactly. Yeah. So with no vehicle and no Kim, we have to rely purely on our police work rather than our conversation skills. And as we know, our character, he is a top cop. He is a detective. He's better than Sherlock Holmes himself.
He's very positives and negatives. And nothing in between.
All right, let's see what our Tuesday tasks are. We have buy the fountain pans from Kuno. I think he wants 500 real for that. We're barely scraping 100, so that's probably not possible. Speak to the assault victim. We don't want to speak to her without Kim. Get 2 signatures for Everett. We could potentially do that. I don't know exactly. It says get Isabel and Lillian in the nameless fishing village down the coast.
Yeah, just because I don't think it was last session, but yeah, we now seem to be muscle for the union boss.
No, see, I think
Yeah.
like I
I
once
would.
again stand for me tricking him, and you know, we're taking his money, but we're not working for him by any stretch.
That's the thing about the Gran Turismo movie. I don't know if you would have noticed this. This is one of those small conversations that stuck with me from like the Giant Bomb Club podcast, the ones long ago. Some conversation I had that stuck with me, which was when the Need for Speed movie was coming out. I remember, and this reminds me every time I see the Gran Turismo ad. The Need for Speed movie was coming out, and I remember they were talking about. I think it was Vinny or maybe them in general were talking about what if the movie's like The Last Starfighter, where they get the best Need for Speed player and he goes and races for real.
Yeah, that's exactly what
And,
it is. Yeah.
and then the Gran Turismo ad, it's a fucking concept that they put forth as a joke on Giant Bomb.
Do you remember when we watched Last Starfighter last time and everyone loved it apart from Maddie for some reason? He gave it
Yeah,
like a 2 out of 10. It's like insane, insane.
that's yeah, that's I think it's got enough in it to make it not just a kids movie, but then like it still is a kid, like that can go either way with people. I
Yeah,
think it wasn't that vicious verbally. He just said it was just sort of pointless and long.
I
I
think mainly
guess.
because Rob liked it and he didn't like those two had some sort of you know, fighting over the movie scores, I guess. But anyway, Last Starfighter is good. I think the pacing at the end is a little bit too rushed. Like it would be a really good TV series, I reckon, where they could stretch it out a little bit and give it a little bit more weight. But it's good.
Yeah, but I guess yeah. I guess the thing is like how you do the I guess more normal TV shows aren't episodic per se anymore, but like there's only a few fights before the main fight.
Yeah, that's what they
Um,
need. That's where they need to build the bulk of their thing is to actually get you involved in the space stuff, and then
yeah,
have the big sort of finale kind of thing. But
yeah. I
yes,
just don't know
Verdant
how
Tree,
you
you
would
should.
insert them, but I guess you could have like one battle where he just kills one person, maybe half by accident, and instead of the one battle where he suddenly gets blooded, basically, um, you have like multiple battles for him to get into the proper fighting Star Warrior, or what they call it, Starfighter.
Yep.
Become a proper Starfighter. Maybe that's more gradual.
All right. 10:54 is when we put in our order for our dice as well. Be ready in 8 hours, so 7 p.m. and we should be good for that too. So we can
Yeah.
get the dice and then go to the apartment block to speak to that dude. Find the murder weapon. I guess we can't do ballistics, or maybe Verdantry, you can add a little bit of light on this. Can we do ballistics in the field, or do we need the car? I'm pretty sure we might need the car for that. We could check inside our clipboard as well, or as Tongs would say, clipboard. Let's see some
At least
mundane.
deduce because our characters would be worried that the bullet was from his gun because our gun still was missing,
Yeah,
and
but
he's worried about the implications of someone shooting him with their gun.
it can't. That's not possible though, because the body was there before we arrived, and we had our gun before we arrived.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Why was he nervous then?
Yeah, not sure.
Was someone else shot?
Run the number on the armor. So that's one of the things we need to do in the car. Unless maybe we can get a payphone to do that. Not sure. Maybe let's consider that inside the Whirl and Rags. Close the water lock on Wednesday. We're not in Wednesday yet. Ask him. Can't do that. Find booze and drink it. We're not going to do that. Find money to pay rent. We've got heaps of money at this stage. Excellent. Find smokes and smoke them. Not going to do that. Track down the badge. That... I don't know how we're going to find our badge, to be honest.
Oh yeah, didn't we find it? I thought
No.
I thought we found. Think of something else.
The gun we almost have. Old mate Gart. Not
Well,
Gart.
that's if he
Everett.
comes through. He's already giving us a second quest to be like muscle for the unions in order to get our gun back.
I don't
Or
even
egged on the
think...
first.
I don't think we can even pretend to be muscle for the Union, because I don't think we can actually get to that fishing town yet, because the
Yeah.
thing's closed. The water lock is closed. Who put the trash in the clothes in the trash? Well, Kuno may know, but I think we might have to buy his pants for him to talk.
And the dice lady might.
Oh, maybe.
No, it was something else because she had a view of the crime scene.
Yeah. Maybe you have
Or
to pay
might be
guard
another
every
bit of
day.
trash.
That's fine. We can pay him before we go to bed. That's all good. The victim's tattoos. Ask another person. Now, we asked Joyce, and she knew.
Yeah, so she knew the son. We don't know the other person.
Could it be the other... Because there's the shitbag mercenary in the center posing as the Union dude.
Oh, this head scab.
The head scab. But then there's another one as well that we don't know where the location is, but it said they have a view of the courtyard.
Yeah.
Who made the call reporting the crime? Don't have any information on that yet. Sing karaoke. I would love to do that. Get a reality lowdown. Ask questions. I think we've already done that. Smoke on the balcony. So the smoke on the balcony, 2100. Alright, so maybe we'll go into the Whirling Rags quickly and see if we can use the payphone. Actually, I'll go in here and see if they've got a payphone here. Oh, are these pastries?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles.
Ooh,
the
yeah.
raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
I think we should do it. Oh, actually, you can see what it is. Endurance. We don't need it.
The voice actress is perfect for the role.
That's cigarettes. We don't need that. I think this is this medicine?
A small cabinet on
It
the
is.
wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Nah. Okay. Let's check the Clibbard really quickly in case there's some sort of ballistics thing we can do. Interact. Oh, maybe we can do the bullet like this.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter. The core is lead. The brass jacket probably didn't cover the entire bullet. Otherwise, the softer metal wouldn't have expanded quite like that. You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet.
Stration.
Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
I always thought that word was striation. Am I wrong? Is it pronounced stration? Didn't know.
I don't know. I can't tell for sure the way it's supposed to be.
Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanima. He is not here examining the bullet with you.
Excellent.
He should be. He would find this very intriguing. Mention it to him later when he's
Good.
here.
So this means that maybe Kim can do it. Do the bullet test. You always thought it was striation. Striation? Okay, let's see. Striation. Alright.
Even though I had a simple dinner tonight, I did have a good lunch.
Oh, what was it?
So I had to go to a lighting store, so it was in an area that I didn't know that well. I found a place. The name was like had pho in the title, but ended up getting a meal of a banh mi and then instead of a bowl of pho, a small cup of pho.
Okay.
And a drink, and it was super, super nice.
Yeah, it sounds it. Are you partial to a banh mi, Steve?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
as long as they don't put chili on it.
I can handle a little bit of the chili, but when they do too much, my gosh.
Yeah, I find it very spicy when they don't ask for you not to have it, they usually put it in by default.
Yeah. Oh, she mentioned that she went to the payphone and it was cut. Let's talk to her again.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
There's nothing about... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything there. Where was it? I remember when we figured out, we did our detective work with this.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A
That?
bit more worn, perhaps.
Very cool.
Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
It's Kuno's house.
The thing about the diagram of the thing, is that nothing we're waiting for Kim?
We're waiting for Kim in a lot of things, but there's not much.
Yeah.
Oh, can we rest
I
on a
mean,
bench
the-
to speed up time?
How long does I use time to question people?
Yeah.
I mean, that diagram of the way that the vehicle smashed the thing and backed out. Is that something we're waiting for Kim on?
No, we
Is
found
this
that
the-
without Kim. So he doesn't even know about it.
Yeah, but we're waiting for him to take a look at it though.
I don't think it mentioned anything about it. We also know that a girl took our gun, but we're not quite sure if it was the 8th Hardy that took our gun.
I guess we know the 8th Hardy. Yeah, it could have been the 8th Hardy.
Speak to Joyce again quickly.
You're back. Good.
Sure are.
What can I help? More lessons in basic reality?
Ooh.
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Locked. Reach for something fundamental. Conceptualization 4. Okay, so that's something we tried and failed. Okay, 28% esprit de corps. Let's conclude for
Glad to
now
have
and
been
let's
of
see if we can put on some clothing that will allow us to do that.
I just know in real life, like, someone's going to question you about something and they go, hang on a second, and they change their clothes to then ask you the question.
Yeah. Oh, and this too. Oh, it's the same thing though. It covers... Oh, hang on. It's all we can really do. Alright, here goes.
You're back. Good. What can more lessons in basic reality?
That's a bit better.
My
Alright, fingers
favorite part of
crossed.
the day. Go ahead.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Damn it. Our first failure. Do we have to put in a skill point into that or conceptualization?
Glad to have been of assistance.
Alright, let me put that cool jacket we had on back. Was it this one? I think so, yeah. Alright. Michael, is there anything that you think we should be doing right now? Could go speak to Gart and maybe pay him just so we don't have to worry about it later. Keep forgetting. We need a little bit of rum to lick. The sticky rum.
Yeah. Raheem's not here to judge us.
Maybe we should have done that. In hindsight, I wonder if he did a second playthrough, whether you could do all the dirty things when he's not around.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yep, that's fine.
Another thing. Great. Yes?
Don't want to drink. No. Okay, so we marked something off. Excellent. I wonder if we could pretend that we got the signatures and just mail the thing right now.
Isn't that, well, the signatures, isn't that we need the lock
The
lowered?
dented yellow mailbox
Oh, we
greets
can do
you
it.
with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
What do you think? This is Saiku. You're up. Should we mail the blank envelope without getting the signatures, or should we get the signatures and be a shill? One. Oh, okay.
But the documents inside the envelope still lack the required signatures. It's not going to be that easy.
Oh, okay.
Everard wants
Damn.
you to dirty your hands getting these signatures, and he will quickly find out if you just mail.
Okay, well, it was worth a try. I think we should probably rest a little bit, Steve. I don't know if there's anything else we can really do. And I'm sure the game's kind of designed that way.
Yep.
Just a few hours.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Let's wait an hour.
You finally stop picking your nose.
Okay, what time is it? It's half an hour. Let's wait 30 minutes. That should get us time to go so we can go and see the dice maker.
Time passes.
Yeah.
What events led you to sitting on a bench, completely drenched? The coast is bleak. The rain is bleak. Your soul is bleak.
We'll get the dice first, Michael. Just because we can.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Does your new apartment, Steve, have a box that you can walk up and buzz, and then you buzz people in? Is that a thing?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. Silence. No one answers your call. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
Suppose we
No
should
one
put these.
answers the call. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it. Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Fortress accident?
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Slipstream scar?
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello? Anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Jeez.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Yes.
Seems like a front.
My God,
Sorry.
it's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice
It's a woman. and she
Electrochemistry.
knows you. Your heart beats faster. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yeah, it's me.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just me going through a hard time.
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what, Toots?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box. An old call box, East Delta Commerce Center.
Fabron's
This must
taxi.
be the name of the doomed commercial area. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
The gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
Remember how awesome it was when we picked up the barbells and managed to lift it like an absolute pro?
Yeah.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Steve? 1, 2, or 3?
This doesn't matter because there's someone we've talked to anyway, but number one,
Okay.
just tell me we're on still on the case.
Lessons,
we're
it's
on the-
me.
Even though we're on a more important case.
Morning, Tongs. Uwu.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
Hey, Tongs.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Okay. Well, we gave him a shot. We still need a pry bar to get this open. Like a good one. I guess we need our torch. Or flashlight if you're American. There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Oh. Oh, it's locked again. Damn. I came to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for one custom die.
Cool.
Here's the cursed die you ordered.
Let's read the phrases. Oh, a skill point. Sweet.
The phrases read, God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
It's a die. Try rolling it.
Good timing.
Cast the cursed die.
You throw the ball on the floor, and it ends with one of the phrases facing upwards. God is indifferent.
Good. Now roll again, detective.
Let's do it.
It lands on exactly the same result. God is indifferent. It declares again.
This is more like a magic 8-ball, I guess, than a die.
It's a sphere pretending to be a six-sided die. Each roll will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy. Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
Ardwood, fine. How you doing, fellow lumricker? Rum liquor? No electrochemicals here.
It's even worse than
Not
she
since
said.
starting the game.
God is dead. We live in a forsaken age.
Oh, Artie, fine. 1, 2, or 3? We've done a good job at escaping the chemicals so far. 2? This is mega cool. Can I get one that actually works?
Sorry, I don't have another one ready. You were the one who asked for a curse die.
Oh, guess I'll keep it then.
Good luck, officer.
Oh, okay. We've got a... Why hasn't a business failed? What do we need? Oh, +2 because of that die. Shivers. I wonder if we can leave. Let's put some anti-shivers stuff on. +1 to shivers. Another one +1 to shivers. Oh, did that bum hat have... No, it didn't. Okay, this should work. Hopefully.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
58's pretty good. Alright. Come on. Papa needs a new set of shoes.
Aside from getting naked, you're not sure what else to do. The building holds no more answers for you.
Oh, I get it. Not that we did get naked, but besides getting naked.
That's sad. That's 2 we've broken so far. Okay. Let's...
Yeah, I've had bad luck this one.
A t-shirt is pretty shit normally. +1 drama. Drama or shirt. Let's... What's that? Logic. Exactly, Ura. Logic seems better than drama because I think our logic is pretty good. Lounge jacket, physical instrument. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, Tongs. Where do you want to put the skill point? We can either put it into one of these, or we can open ourselves up to more thoughts, I guess. Totally up to you. Of course you have no idea. That's the point of it. No one has any ideas when we build our character. Our perception is almost maxed out, if that helps your decision a little bit. We get 1 more pip at this stage, unless we have a thought later that can increase it. Pain threshold isn't too bad, but we haven't really needed to experience that yet. Inland Empire is our gut feeling. Authority, not too bad. Visual calculus, which was crime scenes. Have a think on it while we walk around. I wonder if that die gives us any stats, actually. Have a look. It's worth 60 cents and we paid $7 for it. Can't even use it. That was bad. What a bad purchase.
That could come up in dialogue options.
Maybe. Oh, Michael said we should probably sell this last time, I think. Is that right, Verdant Tree? You wanted us to sell this cube?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Some really good sound effects there.
And it's like one of the worlds.
We'll carry it with us anyway, just in case we do decide to sell it. In fact, Steve, I'm going to let you decide whether we sell it or not.
Was it just a music thing, was it?
I don't think it was music. I think it was, we could use it to contact a lady or something, or maybe it was a 3D printer or something. I can't remember exactly. It was a long time ago. It was like episode 2. Alright, we need to sleep for 2 hours. And then we can go see old mate.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache. Time passes. You wonder, if it could rain so much that it drowns all of Martinez, then everyone would have to go on about their day in diving suits.
We said deep thoughts, man.
Hmm?
We said to think deep thoughts, man.
The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
I suppose that's technically deep in a different way.
Darkness
Literally
ahead.
deep.
I like that we're just walking around with these like oven mitt kind of garden gloves on. Alright, gotta remember how to get there.
Also like a workman's smock. So I noticed that's the code we got from like the uniform, the pinball repair.
Oh, this looks like a detective jacket.
From a distance, but when I saw the pinball repair, I realized that probably ends up looking like a workman's smock.
Got a mental blank of what the actual name for this jacket is. Trench coat. That's what it is.
Now, speaking of pinball, I've been trying to occasionally thinking a bad thought.
Buying a pinball machine.
Yeah, I guess not a pinball machine, but there's a my old work. My boss got a thing. I remember the manufacturer was called Mr. Pinball, so I guess it is related. But it's basically a cabinet, like an arcade cabinet, but with a main machine inside.
Oh yeah.
That's too much money for such a little thing. But then, part of me is sometimes thinking maybe we should just get it.
Hell yeah. We got some... In fact, let's use one of these now. Oh, we probably shouldn't have actually, because some things can...
Because we could get it naturally, yeah.
Yeah, oh well.
I'm probably close to sleeping too.
Where was it? Was it this door?
You hear someone walking around inside.
No. This one. Was it this one? Balcony. Is this the wrong balcony? It is, isn't it? Oh, we didn't figure what was that in here.
I'm not sure, because I'm not sure which balcony you're thinking of, but...
The balcony where the dude's apartment is.
But no, the guy's apartment is near the Waikuno... No, the area where Kuno S is.
You weren't looking to how we got here, were you? Because we just walked past Kuno to get here.
Yeah, but I mean the Kuno S part, like not...
Yeah, that's how we got here. We went upstairs and then came through this apartment.
Maybe that is then.
I always forget this. Maybe it's up here.
I remember the area, but not how to get to it.
Yeah, same.
It's like real life when someone else is driving. I never know how they got to where they're going or how to get back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, unless it was it right at the front door here? Balcony here. There we go. Quickly save it. All right. All right, buddy. What do you got to say for yourself?
Gendarmerie, you found me.
Mm-hmm.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Almost Friday.
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
I got your hint. Found the key right under the stone.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Let's see. I'm not going to make things right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you.
Oh.
My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Okay. By the way, I'm really digging the view.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
It's Tuesday. That's the worst when you think it's going to be the weekend. It's only a Tuesday.
Even the rain feels nice.
Very well. No. Yes, okay.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Ooh, okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
What if the friend, this is what I'm hoping, what if the friend is the 8th Hardy?
Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Oh?
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Fair enough. I hope it's not an ambush. Tongs, don't think I forgot that you got to choose a point for us.
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Jesus. You were doing so good electrochemistry and you have to go back to that.
Only if you promise to talk again. It's important.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Cool.
Take care, alright?
Woohoo! 70 experience. Interview the Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Alright, I'm going to save it again, just because I'm paranoid. Something's going to go. Tongs thinks it's an ambush. Could be an ambush. Alright, who are you? Oh, no, okay. You're not the... We'll talk to you in a second. What do we got? Quarterly Business Magazine.
But it looked like he was hanged for a minute.
Oh, Party Dragon Silk Robe gives me drama and electrochemistry. Let's have a look quickly. Will the robe be a full-on jacket or... That looks so stupid.
With pants on, it does.
Drama, electrochemistry. Empathy. We don't really need empathy or hand-eye coordination right now. Is there a better jacket we can wear? Suggestion. I mean, we can go with it. Why not? Let's wear it for a while. Old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Expensive man's perfume lingers in the air.
Right, so the smoker introduces us to this guy.
Yep.
And then we respond by stealing his silk robe.
Mm-hmm. It really matches our boots. Oh, okay. We get a straw hat. Logic, -1 suggestion. We do like logic around here.
Oh, God.
What?
I was going to make the joke of, like, making sure we take the robe off before we meet him again.
Oh, no.
Just worse. He'll come back, see us in these two, and go, "You were the one that owned that mug, didn't you?"
Not only that, but we're wearing the dead man's boots too, so it's like the trifecta.
He already knows that, though.
Yeah, but it's like
that on the down low.
That was the one nail in the coffin, and now we've just entered the next two. Oh man, it's just soaking apart. Empty ashtray. I just want to think for a second though. For our stats. Oh, hang on. If we click this one. Where's logic? Logic. Intellect. So it's pretty high at 6. Deduce the world. Okay. And what was the suggestion? What are we using with suggestion? It's only 2. So we can actually go with some shit suggestion. That's fine. So I think the hat stays for a long while. Yeah, exactly, Tongs. Let's see about shirts. Suggestion, conceptualization. Maybe wearing this white shirt is better than... That is one logic, though. We do want logic. Authority. Do we have much authority? Min-maxing for a second. Authority is 6. It is pretty high, so we want to keep that to an extent. Whoops. I think we're good like this. What does the necktie give us? Inland Empire. Oh, we want that because that's... Yeah. Okay. Applies for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at the university. Exquisite canopy. Oh, what if this is the other dude, the other mercenary that can see?
Maybe.
We'll soon find out. All right. Hello.
You have acquired the hat. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
There we go. If we didn't put that hat on, we wouldn't have got that dialogue.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Okay.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Excellent. Okay.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Point to the Sumerian hat. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story.
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations.
He's alluding to the decade-long War of Independence while deftly brushing aside the complex causes behind the conflict.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
Okay. You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
Meaning it was entertaining?
No. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
8.
Sound familiar? That matches the prints you observed at the scene.
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Wait, you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Threatening to kill that poor man? I thought he was already dead unless they shot him at the tree.
Yeah.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
That doesn't quite comport with what you know. Don't forget the lady driver.
Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagites among them.
Don't know what that means.
And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Is Aeropagites a fake made-up word for this game, or is that something I just don't know?
Oh no, looks like something.
That's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What does it mean, Steve?
It's a very strange term. 'Cause I guess it's Grecian, because of Areopagus is a judicial council of the ancient Athens. So maybe he's just saying both Greek and aristocratic.
Okay. So not nipple pagans, like Tong says?
That could be that too.
Okay.
Or pagans. Maybe they're into nipples as well.
I mean, who isn't,
that could
right?
be, that could be their sentences. Like every second sentence is like 30 minutes twisting nipples.
Is there a person that's
while
not
all the
into
other
that?
judges jerk off. Is what?
Is there people that aren't into that?
Actually don't like it that much.
Okay, fair enough.
Titty twisters. I feel awful.
There you have it, folks. Steve does not like titty twisters. What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
And that was another Steve fact.
Ooh, that worked perfect. No breaks in the Steve fact there. Actually, Tongs, can you hang on. Surely trigger fire wouldn't be working now, would it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Oh yeah. There's also one new one. If you look down here, you'll see a list, and there's a new one there.
Ooh, happy Easter!
Thank you, Saki.
Slap me around and call me Susan.
I warned you, Susan.
Oh yeah, Blank Man. You ever see that movie? Steve, have you ever seen Blank Man?
Blank Man. I don't think so. Which one's that one again?
It's a Damon Wayans superhero show from the movie from the 90s. And this is way like before Verdant Tree's time, so you probably wouldn't recognize this, but whenever you hire a movie at like a Blockbuster or a Video Easy or whatever it is, there would always be the same sort of pre-roll trailers, and Blank Man was one of them. And that scene, the reason why I added that scene is because it was always at the start. Do you remember, Steve? I don't know if you heard it on the stream, but basically Damon Wayans confronts like a mugger, and he goes, "Slap me around and call me Susan." And the mugger or the biker slaps him and he says, "I warned you, Susan." And that was always like the sort of end of the trailer. All right, Verdant Tree, have you seen Blank Man then?
Pretty good.
There you go. There you go. Okay, cool. Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Can you at least tell me when it happened?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging yourself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, that was a waste of time.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
That's almost like a Twin Peaks style. You feel like you're going to get a huge answer to a question, but then it
it's just
farts
bunch
out.
of mundane dialogue that of facts we already know.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out.
Except he said he was struggling.
Inflation is
That's
a
the
killer,
one thing that
like a
goes
heart
against
disease
our
blocking
evidence.
the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Yeah, but also like he didn't hear a gunshot, or he didn't mention he heard a gunshot.
I sort of thought he mentioned that, so that suggests that the gunshot was afterwards.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, what about this? What if, when we were trying to shoot him down, Kim's bullet didn't?
That bullet.
That was Kim's first shot. Maybe he shot him without realizing.
No, because he saw the impact because he shot.
No, it said his missed and ours hit him in the stomach. I don't know. I guess.
But then for it to go into his mouth, because it was the roof of his mouth, right?
Yeah.
Back to the roof of his mouth.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat.
Yes, as I said before,
Bureaucrat.
I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the Preisstabilität?
It is the most important thing.
Oh, that clears everything up.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the Preisstabilité is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
You guys ever see that Disney cartoon Aristocats before?
No.
It's kind of like Robin Hood, but like, you know, like a Robin Hood were animals. It's kind of like that, where all the characters were animals.
There is in Robin Hood where they're all animals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the Aristocats is like Robin Hood in that aspect, that all the characters are
Oh, yeah,
animals.
yeah.
So how does this benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, par exemple. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
I can confirm that Robin Hood is Robin Hood, yep. Everyone's first crush was Maid Marian for some weird reason. True, Steve?
Let's say it's a crush.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Oh, yeah. Verdantry, 100%. That's where furries... That was the instigation of all furries, was the Robin Hood cartoon. Has to be.
Yeah, that could be a gateway drug. But then that's... I don't think that's... It itself isn't furry-ish.
Hamster Dance song is totally from that movie. Hamster Dance. I don't know what that is. Below 2% of what?
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below. But close.
Yeah, the ones that have like 13 kids.
Howie Ardy fine. That is a good pun. A proto meme from the 90s. Is that a rin din 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 bop bop thing? That's not the Hamster Dance, is it?
Oh, that song.
Bop de da dee dee doo doo.
Yeah, that's the...
Bop de da dee dee doo doo.
Dip-a-doo-da-dee-dee-do-do.
Oh, fucking hell.
Dee-ba-doo-dee-do.
Yes, I know exactly. It was whistled by either Little John or the Friar Tuck in Robin Hood.
It's the intro song. So it's Alan Adele is like putting on a tune.
Oh, man. I probably shouldn't
Alan
have
Adele La
unlocked that.
Rooster. And it's I think he's singing about and it's because it's the bit where like at one stage the character's running across the screen while credits play. It's that song, I think.
Mm. You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance
Roger
of
Miller might be
informing
the
public
actor.
about the
The
benefits
character's
of
Alan
price
Adele,
stability.
who's in...
Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty.
Yep, voiced by
Stability
Roger
is the
Miller.
raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line.
You,
Making
sir,
information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
are boring, and you gave me nothing.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Tell me about your friend.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
But what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Isn't it rude for your friend to leave you alone like this?
We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What do you mean?
Thank you. you. But you didn't tell me anything about Kedra. This guy's a politician for sure. Is it warm, cold, in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi.
Oh, I've just, I've been friends with Lee too long, I guess.
Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to emigrate.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
We should probably just quickly ask him about how they became friends.
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
This guy's more annoying than Kuno.
I'm all ears, officer.
That's all I need.
A moment, officer.
That's not even close.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Oh, okay. One and done. Thank goodness for that. I'm just going to look around the apartment.
Sure. Go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
There is nothing here. It is.
Was there anything else?
But he just talks in circles like a politician, doesn't answer anything I want. It's like Peter Dutton in a video game or something.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Okay. See ya. At least we got to steal his clothes. I can hear something burning.
In the game or in real life?
In the game. Do you guys hear that too?
A little bit.
Maybe something's changed in the world. Go have a look. After we steal this guy's shit.
A row of mugs sits on the
Oh,
shelf.
it's this guy.
Each one depicts a human figure.
We don't need to go through that again. So who's excited for Baldur's Gate 3? Everybody? Mm-hmm. I haven't seen so many people be more excited over a game in like forever. I also saw today that someone beat Elden Ring with an electronic saxophone for a controller. Oh, I thought there was fire here.
That's him. We forget about what?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, that was a joke.
Oh, it's a good joke. Flew over my head, but that's me, not you. Alright, what do we got here? Really? We're just waiting for Kim to come back. Come back, Kim. Tongs, the time has come. We need you to put some points in.
Well, actually, I should have continued the joke and just gone, tis the what?
You what? All right, you're off the hook this time, Tongs. I'm going to choose it for you. But next time, you bloody, yeah, you know. We're going to do perception. We're going to level it up. Hell yeah. Where were you taking it? All right, I think we might as well go to sleep, right? I don't think there's anything we can do. Although I still don't know where that fire sound was coming from. Actually, I'm going to quickly do a run outside to see if we can discover where that was. Don't hear the fire anymore. But I hear it here, but don't see it. Is it in here? Nope, not in Kuno's house. Also, why is Kuno still out at this time?
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig! Try not...
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Okay. Let's try to make amends with Kuno.
Whatever we did, we shook him out.
I don't even remember what we did.
And we said something self-deprecatingly, and then
that's
I
right.
fucked with him.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to. You suddenly like Kuno, because
I think we're just
why are you
trying
making amends.
I think so we can get more information out of him rather than buying his $500 pants.
He's got nothing. He's a shitty little kid.
Well, we'll see. You're a cool dude. Let's just bury the hatchet, okay?
Cool what? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Come on, Daddy-O.
I think you broke his brain when you fucked him up, Kuno.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
Oh, do you reckon we can give him drugs?
A material offering is implied.
Okay.
He wants stuff.
Oh,
only stuff can make it okay again.
Okay, alcohol. That's one thing.
Don't give him anything unless it's a lethal dose.
Oh, a set of wheels could be good.
If this was in the future, that kid would be just like the most horrible squeaker. Just like playing like Call of Duty or Sea of Thieves, and then just saying racist and homophobic things.
Yeah. Do you want some speed?
Really? Shit. Let Kuno sample it then, pig. Fucker. Kuno ain't buying that entrapment shit. Taking kilo from the pigs. What? You think Kuno's green shit?
You think Kuno's shit is green?
You need to rethink your tribute to Kuno.
Okay.
Kuno's not taking the cage just because you fucked yourself in the face.
Emmy! Hello. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome, everybody.
Any of us could be the killer.
Hope you're all doing well. Sonovel, good to see you. Grim Dawn. Alamenope? Alamenope. That's a good one. Space is in the house. Oh, there's so many names. Pixel Turkey's back. Hello.
Wait, so is Neopets really back, and is it exactly the same as it was, or just a remake under the brand?
Say that again.
I think the stream, I could only join for a bit, but the stream was about Neopets.
Oh, yeah, so I watched a bit of that
remade?
too, for sure. Whoops, wrong button. Well, welcome in, everyone. We're just playing some Disco Elysium. It is crazy. Let's just say that.
Hello.
Baltimore.
Someone new is following
For some reason, Bolt's talking to this horrible, shitty kid.
We're trying to bribe him by giving him
What's
either alcohol. We tried to give him some speed, but he thinks that we're going to entrap him, which I guess we're not really doing that. But It's going pretty well. Everyone is building this character together. It's not one single person controlling it. I'm not controlling it. Steve's not controlling it. All of us are going together. So I'll randomly call someone out and say, Tongs, it's your decision, as he found out earlier. And yeah, so join in the fun. A collab character, exactly. Yep. So don't be surprised if I call people out and get you to make a decision, like leveling up, conversation decision, whatever it is. So far, with all of us working together, our character is completely useless in every social instance, but he is an expert cop. He can solve crime scenes like no other. It's really, really good.
I've maxed out perception and then a few of the other related things, and he's kind of useless.
Exactly.
But he woke up like a complete mess. One stage early on in the game, we took a swing at this kid and missed. Even worse than throwing a punch at a kid, as we missed and fell on our ass. But we have kept him off the drugs and off the alcohol, and he's starting to put in cold turkey.
Exactly.
Despite what other viewers have been trying to get us to do. And he's improved a lot. He's almost a cop. Almost.
Someone keeps trying to convince us to have gin and speed, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Oh yeah, that's okay. Some fun things have happened, right? So there was a body hanging from a tree, and we're an incompetent person. So we decide, let's just shoot the strap that the body is hanging from. And we missed and shot the body in the stomach, which is not good as a cop. And then this little guy, Kuno here, piece of work he is, he says, you're a shit shot. I could do better than that. And we're like, oh yeah? And we handed our gun over to him to make the shot. And our partner...
we went to do it, and our partner stopped us.
Our partner lost all trust with us and said, no way can I trust you, because you're just going to hand this little shit
Which our partner ignores a lot of our shit, and this was one... So he rarely steps in.
Yeah.
And this is one case where he goes, no, stop that. Which our partner, by the way, is not our proper partner. He is from another precinct, so we're working together. So we're not like partners that have been together. He's from another precinct, and there's a jurisdictional issue. But despite that, we're supposed to be competitive, but he's actually very cooperative.
Yeah.
So we work pretty well together. But it's not a partner in the sense of knowing each other. There's a certain amount of trust, and at one stage we lost his trust. I don't know if it was that or the licking rum off a table, which Psyche mentioned.
That was the second phase of the distrust, absolutely. And then I think the third phase was we stole our boots off a dead body while our partner was asleep.
At that stage, I think we'd won his trust, but he just ignored it.
Yeah. So there was actually a rotten corpse in these boots, so we took it into the kitchen of the local inn and washed them out and started wearing them around. And
1 week.
The very next day, he saw us wearing the body's boots, and he said nothing, which was very good.
I think the text said he looks down, looks up, but then just ignores it, pretends we're not wearing the dead man's shoes.
Yeah, so good, so good. I missed the notification for the follow, but whoever did follow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We do midweek point and click every Thursday night. In Australia, it's Thursday time anyway. We'll go through point and click games. Usually it's older stuff, but the poll won for Disco Elysium this time. So we'll go through this, and then if you look down at the very bottom, you'll see the games we've played through and finished, and also the upcoming games as well.
It's usually different games. They usually go 3 or 4 streams each. That said, this one looks like it's going to take a long, long time.
Yep, exactly. And as Verdantry says, definitely shout out Emmy for sure. She is a valued member of the community, absolutely. All right, let's try and give this kid some alcohol.
Stay the fuck away from Kuno. You smell like bum shit.
It's up to you,
bum.
but I will not be
Kuno
offended if you
doesn't
immediately vanish. With birthday suit mode. Oh no, really?
This birthday suit.
13 hours. What a moments badge. Amazing! Ah, that's cool. That's actually really funny. Let's make this a moment.
Randomized accidental clip, the best ones.
This is when...
Those usually happen. What I've found is when people do clips, they want a particular piece, but they'll actually go through, copy the piece, and just disregard the clip, but it stays in your library for some reason, so it can randomly come out. You are most welcome. All right.
What? Do you think Kuno's fucking 80 years old? Trying to bring me bum juice? Make the Kuno paranoid?
You don't like alcohol?
Just because you get high off that shit doesn't mean Kuno has to fuck himself with that fermented piss and shit mix.
Jeez.
Trying to get a 12-year-old hooked on the shit shake?
All right. How about we give him some wheels then? We've got that abandoned truck.
You fucking with Kuno?
Oh. Believe it, I'm the miracle worker. The bedazzled man. Around me, dreams come true.
The wide grin above his clenched jaw agrees. His heavy breathing, his dilated
You
pupils.
did it, Steve.
It all speaks of one thing. This
I'm
was a
actually in
really
favour of
good
this just because he
idea.
might get into real trouble if he did try to drive that truck.
That's true. Absolutely.
Don't trust a oinker, Kuno.
Ease off, see? Thanks, Pig. We're cool now. You punching yourself in the face worked out real good for everyone.
Oh, that's the other thing. So he's actually upset with us because we tried to take a swing at him. We didn't like him in our first conversation, so we swung a huge punch and missed and fell on the ground and hurt our shoulder.
You didn't like him in the first conversation. I don't like him all the way through. You've somehow come around and liked Kuno. You said that this guy was, if anything, boring. You said he was worse than Kuno.
I'm not saying that I like Kuno by any stretch, but the last guy that was the politician guy, at least Kuno tells the truth straight out to your face.
Yeah, yeah.
Kuno, let's talk about your show.
Horrible epithets.
The fuck do you want with it?
Okay.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
I thought we were friends, Kuno.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
There's a ladder. You ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed!
So you would say the ladder is unclimbable.
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Okay.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
How do we get the clothes conversation again? Maybe the mug to start off with. I think that's what it was.
The fuck?
Yes.
A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Let's see, what do we have? Yes, does this adequate depiction of a South Samaran man have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going.
All the raiders, it's a racist mug.
Brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
We did try and shoot.
We
didn't
tried to shoot
actually.
Kunoese.
Yeah,
We tried
Kuno.
to shoot Kuno.
Exactly. There was a roll, I think it was 3% to kill Kunoese, which is worse than Kuno somehow, and we failed the roll. But apparently it ends the game if you kill her, so there you go.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Like, Kuno messed with the crime scene, though.
Yeah, he did. He threw rocks at the dead body to begin with.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious.
I haven't tried that.
He likes putting 2 and 2 together.
No, we don't have a gun.
Yeah, we don't have a... We've got some bullets, but no gun yet. We haven't found it, unfortunately.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
It's weird because you'd think that now that we're friends with Kuno, he would, it hasn't really changed the dialogue.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Because there's a shit regardless.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
We'll definitely try it. When we get a gun, Grim Dawn, you bet your buns we'll do it. Thank you so much.
Hello,
For the follow?
Baltimore. Someone new is following you. Looks like I've got competition.
Okay, what do we have? We don't want to buy the map. We get Kim back soon. That'll be great. Find the murder weapon. Speak to. I think we need to go to sleep. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe change our clothes before we just in case Kim comes back during the night.
I think you'll appreciate our attire. Sure of it.
I don't think so.
We're also looking for a karaoke song so we can have a bit of a sing. Because what it's put us in, let me quickly go to... Where was it? Is it here? No. Not here either. Here we go. So we're a superstar cop. And that's because we want to dance and sing. But yeah, we just need the song to go with it. All right.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Let's do it.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
To anyone who's new to this, if there's the parts of the brain are sort of their own characters that talk to you. So limbic system is one of them. Electrochemistry is constantly trying to get us to drink and take drugs because it's the one that's like addicted.
We also hallucinate a necktie talking to us constantly. That's a bit of fun. Not gonna lie, this actually gave me a fright when it started speaking.
You're not cooperating.
No speed of change.
Brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing.
Is this
That
is drying
pain in
out?
your right
This is
side
full
is
health.
your enlarged liver, by the way.
Where
As
are
for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
All right, Grim Dawn, you're up. Which decision? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Burden Tree, is there a reason for the speed in Jin? Is there something that you're trying to get me to unlock? Let's go with 3. All right, let's do it. I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness. Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
So sounds like a Mighty Boosh character.
Yeah.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll it is. All right. Didn't take any damage overnight. That's great. Cool. Still got the flashlight out. I'm hoping Kim's waiting downstairs.
We're not changing?
Nah.
Okay.
We've left it.
I'm going on record that I'm disapproving of this.
See, good morning. Hello, Kim.
Yes?
Yes. Oh, should we talk about the boots? Oh, that's pretty good. Let's try this. Why did the 41st send me? Come on.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
No, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie.
Yep.
You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up, like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
Oh, but it's not true, right?
I don't think I can say one way or another. I do think it's somewhat unlikely, though.
Why's that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ha! So you are the finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
You really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
That's so lovely. Thank you so much for giving me that morale, Kim. That's great. All right, so here's the decision we got to make. Are we going to ask Kim about the boots? The boots that we stole from the dead body, mind you, that he's ignored so far. Should we bring it up or should we ask different questions? Oh, Steve. Yeah, do you want to do a quick poll? Yes or no? Simply ask Kim about the boots. Yes or no? Give it a 30-second. It doesn't matter if there's a lot of time. Lisa just sent me a photo of ramen. So cute. Alright, ask him about the boots. There she is, the little clicker. Alright, so far we're at... Oop. Yeah, Rams is too cute. We're at 75-25. Got a little... Oh, it's going down. 60-40. This is going to be brutal. All right. Yes, we should ask him about the boots. Steve, did you vote?
No, but I would have said yes anyway.
Oh, okay. Aren't we going to talk about the boots I'm wearing?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots. Congratulations. That must have taken an enormous concerted effort, considerable ingenuity and timing. Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
These are not the same boots. I liked them so much I went and bought myself a pair.
Sure. Anyway, did you want something related to police work?
Let's see. Let's talk about the case
What do you
again.
want to know?
Okay. This is where we can get some police work done. What did the preliminary information say about it before you came here?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Okay.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
So let me get this perfectly clear. Our job is to find the killer.
That's right.
Okay, cool. Oh, we got a new skill point. Let's see. Queer? You let me know how to pronounce that, but you can choose where our points go. So here is our stat sheet. You can either put your point in any of these stats here, whatever you like, or alternatively, in this section, we've got these diamonds. When you unlock a diamond, you can then do a thought, and that thought will give you permanent stats when you place it in the diamond. So there's either the diamond or any of these stats. I'll give you a second to decide. We've maxed out in perception now, which is really good. Visual calculus could be handy for crime scene detective work. I think that one, yeah, reconstructs crime scenes. Inland Empire is gut feeling. Pain threshold. All right, let's do it. Beautiful. Okay. Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I can call you anything I want, but just not late for dinner, right? Hang on, where is it? Hopefully that played. All right, let's see. Okay, that's enough about
As
the
you know,
case.
there was considerable interest in this case at my station, but probably you had in mind.
Thank you. All right, time to go speak to the lady. That's what you wanted, Verdantry, once we got Kim back. So let's do it.
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
A good dad joke goes a long way, Verdantry. All right. Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering? Or maybe there's a young woman involved? I think there is a sex angle considering... Yeah, let's do that.
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
This is fair stuff out of that.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Doesn't have to be a cult. It could be a sex murder.
That's commendable. Was there anything else?
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
That's also another thing. We don't do any retries. We're no save scumming, no nothing. We go with the punches.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Actually, I have all I need now.
Good.
Let's see. Inland Empire. 42% isn't quite there. We'll get back to that, I think. Actually, you know what?
Yes.
It's a white check. We can retry it by boosting. Ooh, what's our clothes like? Need Inland Empire.
Highly racist.
What is?
Our clothes?
No.
That's what our clothes are like.
No, they're fine. Didn't you ever own a dressing gown as a kid made of silk that had a dragon on it? I know I did.
Fuck no. But that's slightly different than knowing you're meeting up with someone who's Asian and then wearing a silk robe.
We don't have anything.
Local sex workers, Asian style robe.
That's why you called it a pinball maker's coat. I was confused at what you meant because it's just a trench coat, but that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have any Inland Empire thing other than the necktie, so we're going to go with the 42%,
Yes.
and if it fails, we'll come back and do it again. Come on.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very
Did you want to do
small
that though? Like, sidetrack the murder investigation by convincing him.
ashamed of. It's
Well, Harry did at the time, Steve.
So he did at the time?
Harry, that's our guy. At the
Oh, yeah.
time, he wanted to do that. I think we can go through here now and go
Yeah,
to the
but I mean,
roof.
if we pass that check, all we're doing is just deviating him from the. Even if we do convince him, we're just deviating him from the dealing with the facts.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, what was that? We could fiddle with the doormat. There's glass there too. What's that?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
The one I smashed in my room?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Okay. Time to talk to her. Let's quick save it first. Even though it doesn't matter, we're going to go with the punches.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Quiet electrochemistry.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Can we put like negative points against electrochemistry?
Oh, that'd be great. Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Ah, that's right.
Oh yeah. Feel the power.
Once a cop, always a cop.
Like riding a copacycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Oh, okay. We gotta. I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know why. I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
What's your name, miss? For
Yes,
the record.
maybe we should have talked to her while we were by herself.
Clausier Amandou.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature.
Ah.
It's what I studied at the university.
Back to you.
Back to me.
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Oh. How do I know that you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Amandou. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay then. Conclude.
Okie dokie.
Oranese lit. What do you do with that?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show us some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
What is Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
She was 14 at the time.
You were 14?
Indeed.
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
I don't think I've ever been 14.
I don't think I've ever heard anything less relevant to any investigation.
It's so true, though. I don't remember ever being 14. I know I was 14 at one stage, but I don't remember a single day in that year.
It's okay. He's just getting his bearings. The world of beauty pageants is bewildering.
Thank you. That's it, for the record.
I switched schools at 14, so I can remember a few things.
Nice room you've got there.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
Let's see. That door. Did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
You mostly remember the music you got into when you were 14? Let me take a moment to think. 14, I would have been in 9th grade, maybe?
Yeah, it'd be 9 or 10.
So, trying to think. No, I don't remember the music I was into back then. Maybe just like Metallica and stuff like that.
I think I may have gotten the second, what was that band called? They did the, Why Don't You Get a Job pretty fly for a white guy. Offspring.
Oh yeah.
Second Offspring album.
Oh, okay. That's fair, Verdantry, for sure. I think I know the album you speak of as well, Steve.
Yeah, Americana, something like that.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
There are tracks on the floor. They're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
There's an old pinball shop. The room back there. This used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
There's also a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Maybe.
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
You know, with the Gorillaz, I discussed it before, but I didn't realize until I think it was last year that the lead singer of Gorillaz is the guy from Blur as well, which in hindsight is ridiculous because of course it is, but just never made the connection.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just, I don't know.
I liked the Gorillaz when they came out. But not when they... No, I said when they came out, yeah, I liked the Gorillaz.
It's like, you know, you never think about it. So because it never comes up, you never put two and two together. But the moment that someone says it, it's like, of course. Yeah, you know.
I would have never picked it. Other than they're both British.
Lisa likes Blur a lot. Doesn't play much of it though. But I don't know. I just never put two and two.
I remember going to the... Did you ever go to the Gorillaz website?
No.
They had like a... The website was like a flash thing that was like... You'd go around this, like a fake... not fake, but a fictional sort of studio that the Gorillaz are working at. And there's various mini games and
That's cool.
things you click on and they interact.
Was this back in the Flash days?
Yeah, it's Flash.
Yeah, I thought so.
Actually, speaking of Neopets, it reminds me of like it was not quite like Neopets, but that kind of thing where it's just Flash driven, interactive thing. This one was a bit better because it was animations and stuff. It's not just selecting where to go, but it was that. Yeah, definitely the Flash era.
Verdantry, the new Blur album. So I was speaking to my colleague yesterday, and he said that the new Blur album is written about his friend that was like a sound guy or something that went from Blur to Gorillaz. I guess with the lead singer, I guess. And the album is specifically written about that dude. I think the album's got a guy's name like Darren or Daryl or something like that in the name. I can't remember exactly. But we were talking about that yesterday.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
Woman who sang Park Life on stage with him in Madison Square Garden a couple of months ago. Look giddy. Oh, you met the woman. Nice. Do you think, Steve, think about your favorite band ever. You go to the concert, right? You're enjoying their music. Everything's great. And then they point out at you into the crowd. They don't know your name yet, but they say, you come up on stage and you're going to sing this song. Would you do it? Or would you say no and have everybody look at you and,
Don't know, because I can't sing for shit.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself.
If they're bringing up a random in the audience and they're expecting that.
It seems Foo Fighters do that all the time. I've seen so many videos of Foo Fighters just say, hey, you come up and play guitar and things like that. It's so weird.
Not just sing, but play guitar.
Exactly.
That requires a minimum amount of skill. Like anyone can sing no matter how badly.
Yeah. Oh, Artie Fine would 100% do it. So if it was like, they get you up to sing Guitars and Cadillacs, Artie Fine, you're there.
Remember that time we were at Money Mike's house who owned a really big, his parents owned a big place. I wrote the back. I think you were there. You would have been someone there because was usually always with you. But I could go and see him because I was a friend of yours. But and I think you were at the back when I did this. But there's like a guitar, and some of you guys were like playing on the guitar. But for some reason, one of you guys went, and there was a girl there, and I went, "This guy's one of the best guitar players." And you sort of
To you?
yeah. I think it was initially ironically, but then a few of you jumped aboard. And I think, oh man, he's so freaking good. And once they've gone, because either one of you guys or she might have gone, I want to see him play.
Mhm.
And you guys handed over the guitar, but I just picked it up like I knew what I was doing. And for a little bit of a silence while I sort of adjusted and got ready and got settled, and then I just did just not knowing what I'm doing, just and just strummed it while moving my hand up and down the neck.
That's so great.
And yeah, she was like, "You fucking idiots."
Oh, that sounds about right. Oh, the old Money Mike thing. That's where people would pick up the guitar and play Wonderwall, and that reminds me of Tongs always, like just the typical Tongs guy in the party playing Wonderwall.
Oh yeah, so it'd be. I think before Wonderwall, there would have been that's Painted Black or Stairway to Heaven. So Wonderwall's a new version of that, I'm assuming.
I guess so. I think it's just really easy to play on any sort of
and
acoustic guitar.
It's easy to play. It's a tune by itself, and it's got the most bang for your buck.
Yeah. Psycho's best, he shouted lyrics to the singer when he forgot the lyrics of the song. Excellent. Excellent. It's always... I saw a video recently where, I think it was Metallica, like Kirk Hammett ended up playing the wrong solo to a song or something by accident. I think as you get older, like all the songs blur together, I guess. All right. Let's see. Do you think this could somehow be connected to me? It could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
She does. She must have some idea.
Come on, logic.
It's usually one comment from each part of the brain.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
You must have some idea who might have interest in making that hole.
Honestly, I have no clue.
Okay.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
Okay. That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That window is new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Ravishall?
Here in the whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
All right, this is going to be the hard question.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
That dialogue is specific to times of the day.
Okay. So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
I'm confused.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Oh, okay. Now I get.
Yeah.
Oh, dirtbags. A lot of them. But not in a fun filthbag Steve kind of way.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
You mean a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Did you rim the lemonade glass with sugar? I like to do that.
Yeah,
No, but there was some
I love
rimming.
that too. We frosted the glasses. I unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
Really?
I would like it to have been that way, but it wasn't.
How was it?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
Oh.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
See what happens when you do
Downstairs,
gin and speed?
at the bar.
You get hanged.
He was on some sort of
Yep.
assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
That's right, he had the scar on his jaw. It's crazy how this game sort of, it gives you expectations of how things happened one way. Then you learn the truth that completely flips it to the other side. And then you find out there's like even more and more sides, like a complete flip each time. It's,
When was this?
A month ago?
oh, okay.
Something like that.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Why is there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
So one of the things queer, I'm gonna call you queer. One of the cool things about this is because of our what's that stat that we're super high in, Steve? Let me go there quickly.
Perception's long maxed.
Yeah, because the perception's so high, we were able to find the smallest little detail during our sort of on-site autopsy. If it wasn't that high, most people wouldn't even see that whole bullet hole side of the story, which is pretty awesome.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot?
That's another witness saying he got shot afterwards.
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Ooh, Sylvie. Sylvie doesn't like us much.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that.
Stranded,
Where
how you
was she
doing?
last Sunday night?
Can you, Steve, give Stranded a nice little shout out for us? A lot's happened, Stranded. We've got Kim back. We're able to talk to the victim, and we're finding out that a lot of things didn't happen the way we expected.
I got raided by Emmy.
Side.
Nice.
And a
Nice,
bunch
nice.
of people looks
Other
like
typewriter
staying.
room. The treasure box.
Stranded's
That
going
sounds
through some
interesting.
Resident Evil
But I
1
don't
action, the
have
remake.
The stuff
No.
I need to put in the box to
Excellent
open
game.
it. Like I need to find that little shape.
Because I tried to finish the original before doing the remake. Should I just do the remake?
Just do the remake, and you can always go back and do the original. It doesn't matter which way you do them. You'll appreciate both for sure. So good, so good. Well, would they now, Verdant Tree? They'd say that it's the 27th best game of all time. Excellent. It was. So when I got my PlayStation 1 back in 1996 or 7, can't remember exactly. The two games I had was Wing Commander 3 and Resident Evil. They were the main two games, other than all the demo discs. Do you remember when demo discs came on magazines? That was awesome.
Yeah. Especially, PC ones, I remember. Now it's with all the virus and malware now, that'd be unthinkable.
Oh, yeah. That was so great when, PC Power Play or whatever ones that were out there, that you'd get all the shareware on the CD and, you'd be set. That's where you find games like, I don't know if any of you guys played this first-person shooter, but it's called Tech Wars, or William Shatner's Tech Wars, which was like a first-person shooter that I remember was like the kind of first one that had moving cars, even before like Duke Nukem 3D and all that sort of stuff. It was dodgy sort of polygonal blocks moving around the map, but it was mind-blowing at the time. So good. You could, Verdant Tree, you could use Tech Wars for your first-person shooter Doom cloney bit that you do. There you go, Doom and Boom.
I used to be impressed. I never read the book, but I used to be impressed that William Shatner read a book until I learned years later that it was a ghostwriter.
Oh, was it? It wasn't even William Shatner.
It's a ghostwriter, yeah.
Because
as soon as I heard that, it's like, of course, there's no way he's going to spend precious time writing a book, but yeah. But then part of me was like, oh.
He's definitely in all the full motion video cutscenes in the game. So there's a lot of FMV in Tech Wars. So at least he's sort of owning it.
Yeah. But as like a intellectual property, not.
Yeah.
Totally.
I got a PC Power Play show bag. That had a bunch of issues with demo discs that you could never get them to boot properly. Wow. Even back in the day, we'd have like CDs that were just filled with WAV files of sound bites from various cartoons, TV shows, and movies, and you just listen to them. Like that was the thing. You just listen to a sound clip on demand because that was exciting, and then like soundboards or whatever these days. But it was so great. And then you'd set your PC to boot up to a particular WAV file that you found on a CD. Those were the days. Okay. This is beginning to get confusing to you too? Absolutely. Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Okay. It must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
I just had a thought. You know how these 3 people have been placed here and they've been given the order that after X amount of days they're going to start executing people? Like, that's the idea. If we were to tell Titus, if we were to rat out who the people were, couldn't that mob of 8, the Hardy Boys, go and take them out too and prevent all executions?
Yeah, I guess so. If we knew the second person, if they were tough enough, because they took out the one person, that necessarily doesn't mean they could take out both.
Yeah.
They took out the guy that was drinking and drugging. That's not necessarily the case with the other 2 mercs. Because they are well armed, to keep in mind. But I know there's also a path to go because we are basically goons for the Union right now.
For sure.
We're taking their money.
No. We're taking the money.
It doesn't matter.
We take their money, but we're not working with them because they're just, you know.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Oh.
Yes.
That's who it is. That solves one of it. We're going to get XP for that.
Jackpot.
Ah, true. The call reporting the hanging? That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
Sure.
In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
So she's the one that cut the landline. Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery foam cutter.
Or avalanche of answers. And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
No worries, Logic, anytime. Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
Excellent.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
How'd
Over
you meet?
drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
See? Taste. I'm in my Chun-Li outfit. It's excellent. You could even see my big thighs and my stormtrooper boots.
I don't know if you joined at the time, but I had a real issue with us still wearing it when Kim came back. They didn't mention it. They haven't coded for that.
No, it's
I think the devs, someone in the dev team might have raised it, and someone else has gone, there's no way anyone's going to be that tasteless. We don't have to code that scripting thing, any sort of scripting thing to handle that.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
The lady?
Which ones, sir?
Ooh.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
What did they hang him for, if not for rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
I can see why we wanted to have this conversation with Kim, because he's taking the lead, and that's excellent.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Thank you for telling us this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
This means we could probably call Sylvie now as well, and let her know that we know.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else. Before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Oh, damn. 17's too low. It's a white check. We could try it, though. Or do
We get a morale hit if we lose it.
Have we leveled up? No, we don't. Do you reckon... Is it a definite morale hit? Is that what you're saying?
No, but likely.
All right, we're gonna let's see. Stranded, you get to choose. Are we gonna go for the legendary 17% or not? Up to you. It is a white check. You're right. I need you to say the words though. If we want to do it, you got to say it. Okay, let's go for it. Fingers crossed, everyone. We've lost 2 checks already today. Let's let this one be a winner.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona.
One would say, one moment. There we go.
We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
What is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Am I being beguiled?
She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head.
Presses her elbows against her waist. What kind of move is that?
Suddenly turned into a chimp.
Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible.
Avert your eyes.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
I think that's like in a book when you can tell the writer's got something very specific in their head, like the motion someone's doing, but they can't write it in a short way that gets the point across, and you end up just reading something like that and going, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
How is that even humanly possible?
Need to talk about your room again.
Yeah.
I want to talk about our room again. Remember where Kim cut us off?
All right.
No, that's one problem with having Kim here. He stopped us from asking about that.
Talk
Why
Kept us
not?
on our personal
I'll be
development
here
journey.
until 11 p.m.
Stay with the
drinking
police
coffee,
work.
most likely.
Oh, Kim wants a chat. Let's just talk right out in the open, right in front of her.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Yeah, it'd be good to do that, but Kim's been
Although
away
we
for an
can't-
entire day.
We can't. I'm worried about talking to the Hardy Boys, and we can't dob her in because she's confided a lot to us that she could get in trouble for.
Mm-hmm. You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
But why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. So I want to definitely check out the... Oh, what's this?
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere,
think I can see her bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here.
Hang on, Kim. Why do you know that? That's suspicious.
The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
We got XP out of it, hey. I don't think Kim was with us when we found this, so maybe he has something to add about
You
the
clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
What does this mean? Let's have a look.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
Do you reckon these are the Hardy Boys peeping, maybe?
One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
Does anyone know... Does anyone measure their feet in these sizes? Do you know... I don't even know what my shoe size would be like that.
That seems like a... So it's like three... Like... Because it's European size? He's in the 40s?
Maybe. Psycho... American shoes in like lower numbers, like 7, 8, 9, 10? Because if it is, then it might be European, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's because I just remember when you see all of them lined up on the tongue of a shoe, you know, I remember having some shoes that had all sizes. I remember, yeah, Europeans were in the 40s and the American and UK were just like 1 or 2 off from each other.
Right. Well, looks like this is Verdantree's shoe then. Here's the peeper. He's confirmed it right there. Prints look like one person. Doesn't look like the odd one.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
I think 9 is pretty small for a man's foot, isn't it? Steve, I reckon you'd be like a 14, right?
Actually bought a pair of shoes very recently. It was 13, but I think they might be a bit big even then.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's up there. It might be US 14.
Yeah.
So I know I've had that number before, but then the current ones, yeah, 13 is a little wearable, but a little bit loose.
Look at this. All of us doxing ourselves with our shoe sizes.
Yeah. Have you ever had Converse shoes?
Yes. A few times.
Yes, I got them the last pair of shoes, and it's like, oh, sort of like them. This one was like mostly black, so I didn't have much of the logoing. So it's like, oh, I actually like this one.
Mm-hmm.
But the sole fell apart like very quickly after getting them.
Were they like Chuck's Converse or like a different kind of Converse?
They're kind of the ones that go up to the ankles. Like they're sort of like if there was a logo in the white sole,
yep,
they would have looked exactly like the most standard, like iconic ones, I guess. But yeah, they fell apart very surprisingly quickly. And then when I was getting a replacement, one of the shoe salesmen mentioned that they're kind of crappy quality. I would have thought they were decent quality because their name is so much out there. But from what I gather, you're not supposed to wear them constantly.
It really depends. Like Chuck's are one of the most like toughest shoe you can get. They last forever. For me though, they're way too flat on the feet. They hurt after a bit of time. But
okay.
Hard to say. I would have to see your ones. But I've never had shoes really fall apart like that. Just wear and tear. If you've ever seen Corridor Digital, they always advertise these shoes called Vessies, which are completely waterproof. They're about $200, and we got a pair. Lisa and I got a pair to go over to Scotland because it was going to be extremely wet. And they're amazing shoes. They're so good. I just know that when I need my next shoe, I'm going to go to Vessi's. Not sponsored, but
Yeah, I think they were Chucks. Looking at them up.
yeah.
But
Chucks
so
are
they're
the
supposed to be good. Are they usually good quality? Because yeah, these ones fell apart a little bit too quickly.
They usually definitely are. Like it's like a canvas shoe, right? Like almost like super thick Hessian. It wasn't
Yeah.
leather, was it?
But the two pieces of the sole came apart. That's where. And it meant that when my legs like resting, so usually on its side, I'd actually feel the air because the gap, like the foot would sort of go out of it.
Mm-hmm. Never had a pair of Vans, Psycho. Let's see. Taylors, yep. No complaints about the Vessies. Yeah, they're amazing. So normally, like, I go between two extremes. I mainly wear Jordans. Like, that's my standard shoe. I've got heaps of pairs of Jordans, but I wanted something a little bit more durable. And since getting the Vessies, I think I'm just going to maintain those two different shoe brands. Vessies, though, I would say they wouldn't be my first choice in style. They're very unimposing. Like, the ones I have is just like black with a white sole. They look decent enough, but there's no real stylish Vessies, I would say, if that makes sense. But definitely worth getting a pair. All right.
I have this thing, like, sometimes I'll go in a shoe shop and I've marked men and women's. I get too worried about looking at the wrong section. I went to this one place and the girl helped me and asked, I said, I can't tell the difference between men and women. So, and she goes, oh, this is men's here. And she goes, but we pretty much have unisex everything else. Like, you pretty much can't go, rather than a few small exceptions, you pretty much can't go wrong. And then I was looking at these ones here, I thought they looked pretty good. And she goes, oh, except those, yeah, that's one of the women's ones. So out of this whole store of shoes, I somehow picked the women's shoes.
I'm surprised that they would have a woman's shoe in your size. Wasn't aware that women would have feet as big as
This is a display, so even if I pulled the trigger on it, I'm not necessarily sure that they would have had it on my size anyway.
Gotcha.
But that's a weird thing where I can't, because like I understand like some women's shoes are women's shoes, but when they're sneakers, I can't tell why there would be a gender difference between them. And then that makes me nervous about like buying a pair of shoes only to not know that I'm making some sort of faux pas.
Lacoste shoes. Lacoste is in like it's like a little alligator logo, right? I imagine they would be like maybe low tops, like almost like a low Chucks kind of shoe, or maybe like a Vans slip-on shoe. This is all in my mind. I imagine they're white with the green little alligator slip-on shoes. That's the other good thing about Vessies as well. No laces, because it's kind of made out of like scuba diving wetsuit material. Slip on, slip off. So good for a house because, let's be honest, we don't wear shoes inside, do we, folks? We're not one of them kind of people.
I'll say no.
Good. Especially stranded. She's in Japan, so like there's no shoes inside.
I don't know what this was, but because this was somewhere on Twitter. It's not someone I know or like follow, so it must have been spewed up randomly. It was like a picture of this girl said maybe it was someone, but yeah, it was like, this is me 6 years ago or something like that. So it's like a picture of her when she was at uni and she's on a bed with shoes up. The post must have been of her replying to something, so there was a whole thing, but someone's mentioned about her having shoes on the bed, and she said, oh yeah, there was a bunk bed, and I was on the top bunks. This wasn't my bed, and I kind of hated my roommate. So that's why she was wearing shoes on the bed.
Oh, shoes on the bed is just... I couldn't even. Even, like, slippers that are, like, house shoes on the bed is just a weird concept. Couldn't do it. Alright. This doesn't look like the workers' boots hanging, does it?
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
These little horizontal lines are different.
Spite.
Did it custom made to me? Or some kind of foreign print? Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Prints look like they're going back and forth.
Between that and that.
Get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
If only Tongs was still awake. Tongs is the biggest advocate for no shoes on the bed. To a point. It's very amusing. All right.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Let's run our finger across the dust of the white Diora.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
What? What's this problem?
Half-Light. Let's do it. It's a red check, cannot be retried. We're gonna do it.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball! We got it at a 42. Nice.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
Aha.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Yes. You don't really seem to like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic, science fiction, and historic romance franchise.
That's harsh, but a little bit true.
I get it, yeah. Like this, I guess the skill is in tilting at the right moment without actually getting it to tilt and locking your ball down. Timing, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bit of timing with like getting it into areas you need to like one of the thing that's out of your control is when it bounces around and it comes back. If it's on a path, it'll definitely go between the flippers. Otherwise, there's some skill with placing it. But yeah, to avoid being knocked out requires being able to tilt the machine without the tilt sensor going off and all that stuff.
It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
Yeah. You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Kimball now.
No. You're gonna call me Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter. Let's go.
Oh, I really do want to call him Kimball. Kimball's a great name. Alright, let's play.
The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again.
So he's already moved it, by the looks of it, into the main hall. So, let's have a look. I don't see... Alright, before we speak to Titus and his men, I want to call the, call from the car. Hello, sometimes. How you doing? Welcome in. It's a very good game.
No, not political at all. Can't see any political things in it.
Well, I think we're kind of essentialists, right? We haven't really weaved into any sides of it or anything. It's been good.
Yeah, I think I called this the dopey, no sleepy
a radio
essentials.
microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, pick up
That's
the
it.
radio.
We're on the take with the unions, so you can't be too centrist.
We are not on the take. We just took their cash, but we're not
just
doing
took their
anything
money.
for them.
We're not on the take. We just took their money.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
All right. You heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes.
Ooh.
The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
Excellent.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict.
Okay.
So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
I'm guessing one of its name is Crenell?
Yes. That is the most recent name the ACP has been able to connect to the CBP. And the one before it was Damwell. I also
Insane
have
Clown
one
Posse?
called Sediment, but I
Yep.
think that might be a different contractor. No, they work with Sediment. And somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
This is really great. We're such a good cop.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Thank you,
Seems
visual
to fit
calculus.
anyone just fine.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Please do try. It's imperative that we learn about the armor.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Tomorrow. Ouch.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Can you please connect me to
It was
Sylvie
the
again?
info lady.
Just a second, officer.
Alright. Hopefully, Sylvie will be happy to speak to us.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer.
Thank you.
Yes. Hello?
Hey, Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Ooh. Ah, hang on. Was it you that called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't the corpse behind the workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
What does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Let's see. We don't want to be too authoritative. I'm having a stroke. She hates us already. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in the backyard for weeks without calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Oh, let's do it. Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin?
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
It's okay. Things happen. Not really your fault.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else?
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Seems like Glacier wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corroborates her story. She made the call.
Sweet.
She iseth the fairest of them all. The ugliness of lies would never escape her lips.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I don't want to do number 5 at all. That sounds awful. Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
We gotta find out about her past.
What's that?
I guess unless Kim stops us, do you want to ask how she learned on we're a police officer?
Yeah, let's do it.
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
Yeah, true, Stranded. It's like, I'm comfortable shaping our character however we see fit, but choosing number 5, there's just something, I don't know,
Oh,
yucky.
no,
Okay.
I haven't, sorry.
Not my uniform too. God, I should really look for that.
Yes, you absolutely should. It's
Okay.
awful that you lost it.
I found my patrol cloak earlier. Have you seen the policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
The disco things. Okay. And
And number
You hear
6.
the call breaking up.
Oh, do you
on
want
the
to do
other
it?
End of the radio, and then the already
I'm
familiar
intrigued.
voice.
If no one else has done it, especially, I'm starting to get intrigued about that.
Alright.
I reckon she's just going to knock us down. Actually, probably another morale loss when she turns us down.
That's alright. We're safe enough.
Just a second. Sylvie? Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Yeah, we're a superstar, man. Number 6.
Alright.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, what I feared did actually happen.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
That could have been so bad.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
It just goes to show how we're all nice people and we didn't want to do it. Except for Steve,
57's
apparently.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Oh.
I had clean intentions.
I'm thinking maybe we should pop just one in case we do a morale thing and it kills us. Because that could happen.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I want to cover is the bullet.
Steve once again lives up to his name as the Filthbag Pirate.
He certainly does.
I wasn't thinking of anything rude. I was thinking of consoling her. Maybe it'd be good to talk things out. We get a few extra clues and she can feel better. And then maybe we get some more morale back if she gives us a blowy. Like, that's all I was thinking of.
Jesus! Hang on. Where is... Hang on.
God damn it, Steve. That is disgusting.
Alright, anyway, back to it.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Kim, take a look at this. It's a soft point bullet with a lead core and a brass jacket close to 8mm in diameter.
Okay. Jacketed means it would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, and not from a muzzle-loader like those typically found on the streets of Revachol West. Even the RCM uses ordinary and jacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique, and it means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Yes, Kim.
Something tells you that won't be any time soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Hand-eye
There's so many
coordination.
pluses.
We can do one better. We've got some clothing that does this too. Oh, the cursed dye comes into play. Alright, we need to change our clothes. We'll come back to that. Which one was hand-eye coordination? Here it is. Oh, look at us.
Take a look at this.
Absolutely. Take a look at that, Barry Burton. But
Too
you
bad the
can't,
racially insensitive hat, though.
you can't tarnish good old Barry Burton's name like that, though. My gosh. All right, here we go. See if this works.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag.
It's a white check.
RCM stamp.
All right, come on.
3/5.
Daddy needs a new pair of headphones.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
Damn it. That was an instant. It didn't even give us the satisfaction of a bit of a roll. It's just like, nope.
It just went straight up. That's why I thought, does it give you a hit just for trying? And then it's going to roll?
Wow. Okay, well, gonna have to pop another morale. That's, well, yeah. Oof. I don't even know what to say, game. All right. Whoops. Put the bullet away. Oh, we could ask. Kim won't know.
An intricate web of blue lines. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory.
It's a bug if you fail, take the
quite.
hit. Put the
I think a
morale.
week. I think it's day 3 of 7. Is that right?
3, yeah, exactly.
Gone.
Okay, if I remember correctly, we can now... I mean, we pretty much have to call it in a second because we've been streaming for a while. But we'll go over to... Oh, who are these people? These weren't here. We can't even talk to them. Okay.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
Let's pull it.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember what I asked last week, Verdantry, about the thing that I've got like a fake memory and I'm not sure if it's legit or not?
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
So, maybe I'll say what I remember, even though I didn't get this far the first time I tried playing this game. But what I remember, and this is the fake memory part that comes in, I feel that I jumped the canal in Kim's car and crashed it in the other side. Am I imagining that? Is that something that just couldn't have happened? Because I feel that that's what I did. I didn't get anywhere near as far as we did now, so I must have done it earlier or something. Or it's completely made up and I dreamed it, and then I've taken that over as reality. I mean, how can I find out now? Like, that's the thing. Like, we can just walk across. But if so, how, like, if it did happen, how did I do it so early? What's this? Radio relay. Bricks? Oh, is that money? Thank you. Maybe there's something inside. Oh. Money! More money! Okay. Okay, so there's a car, but it doesn't match my memories. Like, I remember almost like a cutscene of just jumping the canal. I must be losing my shit. I don't know.
So we only need to go into this area for the 2 signatures, right?
Possibly,
But I mean,
yeah.
I'm assuming things are going to unlock. But so far, there's nothing to do with the murder investigation other than 2
Banged-up
signatures.
motorcarriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking
wouldn't
into
think
the
so.
Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
The tire tracks is in the one that reversed near the fence.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see the logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Let's run our hands over the cold metal, shall we?
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday.
Yeah, it is.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
What should we do now?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Oh, more time waiting.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket.
Yeah.
A joyrider jacket.
How long does it take for low tide?
I don't know. An hour or 2 tops?
Okay, that's not too bad. Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to reset. Oh, great. That's so good that we don't have to worry about it.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
Tell me, guys, what is your favorite piece of play equipment? Like, if you were to go to a playground now, what are you walking over to straight away? Is it the swings? Is it a slide? Is it a spinning, what do you call them, merry-go-round kind of thing? Is it the little fiberglass duck on a spring that you go back and forth? Monkey bars.
Isn't it that dangerous one where there's like a disc in the middle, everyone turns and it spins you around?
That's so disgusting. That's like the egg thing, right? So you sit in an egg and you're spinning the disc, but it's spinning you around and you just vomit.
I never vomit, I just remember getting dangerously fast on those things.
Beans is here. I like swings too. Do you guys remember the Karcher swings? That won't make any context to you, but it's basically a double swing. In the center is like a kite, but it's got a face. And the swings will spin 360, but also swing out like a normal swing. And you'd lay on your stomach and then run like a dog and spin around really, really fast. I don't know if they still exist, but that was huge back in the day. That were the creme de la creme of swings.
I think the last time I'd have actually used playground equipment was during COVID. I would go out at night. I think when there was generally curfews, but at midnight. It was at midnight, so there's pretty much no danger. And I'd just walk, basically for a walk, but it's I'd walk up to the park and back and just sit there at the park as just being in an open area. One of the few times I wasn't in the house, just enjoy being in an open area. But it's an old park now where we used to live, but it had been redone, so it was new play equipment. But one of the things it had was a hammock, but it's not a comfortable hammock. It's like these plasticky ropes. But it was enough so it wasn't like a comfortable, nice hammock, but it was enough to me to I used to like lying in that, and just sitting in there is just doing something other than sitting at home, at least laying in that hammock. Until finally it got too uncomfortable and I'd get up and go home. So that's the last, I guess, not really playing with the play equipment because that's more of a different thing. But that's the last thing I used of play equipment.
I'm still not too good for a set of swings. Like if for whatever reason I'm at a birthday party or whatever, something's going on in the playground, Standard swing is fine by me. I hate the ones though that are designed for toddlers because your ass can just squeeze in and it's not comfortable. You know, the ones that it's like a complete rubber sort of underwear that's attached.
Yeah, I think so the ones there's a seat, because the ones that have just like a plasticky strap, those ones are probably usable by adults, but
Yeah.
I think I know the ones that's hard plastic.
Exactly, Michael.
The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
All right. Come on, whistle a tune.
Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you.
Not only do we fail to whistle, we spat on ourselves.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
Necktie.
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Ha ha, very funny. So I can't whistle.
Just keep at it. It will come to you.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame.
That's so good. We got a morale boost because we heard a beautiful whistle.
You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything. Okay, that's way better than what you did. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
This wasn't just to skip time, it's actually got a little bit of narrative.
Bit of zhuzh? Yeah, love it.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Oh, here we go. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? In fact, I think one of my new channel rewards, I forgot all about it, forgot I even did this, is a would you rather. So here is our first would you rather. Anthill or leeches?
Well,
and better that than the monstrous first
leeches
option.
have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Oh, leeches suck. I would choose leeches. Leeches don't hurt. That's the thing. Like, ants hurt like fuck. That's so painful. But leeches, it's yuck to see them attached on you. Like, it's real gross to see them attached. They're a parasite.
Yeah, they're awful.
But,
And I've technically sat on an anthill before. It's fine for hours. And it's fine. It was a campsite we had, and there was a nest of bull ants right near the fireplace. Right where the campfire was, and so you get randomly bitten during the night.
Doesn't sound fun at all.
That's fine. You're drinking. It was just one corner, so it's only the people who had basically put up with it could sit in there, and everyone else is a bit more sensitive on the other side. But yeah, it's just drinking. I just remember, but it was also we didn't notice. So the first night we're getting constantly bitten and going, "What the fuck's going on?" And then it's in the morning, you go, "Oh shit, there's a bull ant nest."
So the bad thing about leeches as well is, I don't know if it's definitely in Australia, but I'm not sure elsewhere. Leeches just don't hang in the water. They hang on trees as well, and they drop down from the trees and land on you. Apparently they can sense the heat. So there's a place I used to go camping called Walhalla, and these places, like, it was just filled with leeches. They would just fall, and you'd find them later. Like, for me, I've been bitten by leeches twice, and both were bitten on the feet, because they would go into your shoe, they would wiggle into your shoe, latch on, and then later when you take your shoes off to go to bed, you'd notice all the blood. So bad. So gross. But it didn't hurt. Bull ants, though? It doesn't really say what kind of ant either, Steve. Like, if it's like a normal...
The bull ants, I just remember, like, because you'd be sitting around... Because the reason we didn't move is it's not like you get bit that often. You're just sort of sitting there. Sometimes you feel like a stabbing pain in your foot. You can just slap it and then we go away, and then you just keep going. It's just like occasional little nips. It's not like they're army ants. It's not like they're going to suddenly attack you like army ants. They're just going to be sort of crawling around, and one's going to bite you occasionally.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits too.
I bet you could bleed out with enough leeches, for sure. They do
Yeah.
drink a lot.
I drink a lot. Also, I think they inject coagulants into your blood to stop it from clotting, and that makes you bleed more even when they're off.
Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals.
Oh, forgot about those ants and bullet ants and...
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city.
I mean, the amount of blood loss you need was huge, but they can cause a lot of blood draining. But yeah, enough to kill you is probably...
Can you Google it,
not
Steve?
much.
Can you find out how many leeches it would take to drink all your blood?
I don't know, because I know you can lose a liter without it and survive.
Yeah, liter's nothing. Lisa gets a liter out for her blood donations. No problem at all. Well, do you think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
Me too. I've been thinking, if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I won't even need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
A leech on the willy, like in Stand By Me. I think it was Stand By Me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first result is bullshit. So it says there are 2,000 milliliters. It's 1,000 milliliters. Yeah, of course it's 1,000 milliliters to a liter. About 2,000 milliliters of blood in the average adult, which I'm pretty sure it's 5. And losing more than 800 mils of blood is fatal.
That's bullshit. That is
Yeah,
absolute
that's the top result, and it sounds like so much bullshit.
It sounds like an American that doesn't know the metric system has tried to do the conversions and got it completely wrong.
That could be right. Because then the top result, a few people ask, is what happens if you lose 3 liters of blood. It doesn't mention death. It just says you then enter a condition known as hypovolemic shock.
Is that a number I see on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it.
Bleeding becomes life-threatening when you lose 1.5 liters of blood.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Oh, here we go.
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
Ooh.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so,
Ooh.
yes.
Whistle
it looks
again.
Like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Tried definitely.
Clear off electrochemistry. I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
People are going to be angry with me, aren't they? Precinct 41?
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they? We can just blame it on Kuno.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Alright, what do we get?
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Ooh, what's this? Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Okay.
Okay. Things vary a lot, but
Ooh, that's a good jacket.
losing
Oh!
40% usually leads to death unless you have immediate and aggressive life-saving measures. So I think that's the difference, is 40% would be lethal if you don't have medical treatment. But the one thing it says is the rate of blood loss matters because your body compensates, or tries to compensate when you're losing blood. So the rate you lose it depends on how much you can lose before it's fatal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at
40%
that.
would be about 2 liters.
We're looking like a proper cop now. Our pants are a little bit...
Except for the hat.
No, that's police issue. We need some new pants. What we need is, what's his name's pants? We got our
His
badge
pants?
back. Kuno's pants.
Jeez, no. Don't give that little shit money.
It's only 500 real as well.
Turn the corner on that little shit.
It's a good deal.
It's not.
All right, let's have a look
A
at our...
police badge
Oh,
on
do you
which
see
you
the...
see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
You see how handsome our photo was? I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Ooh, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Just not accept the name.
All right, let's give it to Queer. Do we want to wait? What kind of name is Harrier? Do we not want to be a Harrier? Or we're going to accept it? 2?
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
Okay. That's an action hero name, right?
He's not
Like a
going to
Harry
call you
Jack.
Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
So officer it is then.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Let's look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking? Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun.
Aw.
Wake up the past and tell it to stay awake. The bad times are here to stay. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and
That's
a shining watermark.
Lieutenant. I can't read what the rest of that will be.
2J for...
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
I would never gotten that.
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM.
So second
that
grade,
still
I'm
does
assuming that
field
means.
work. I am a lieutenant.
And double freighter?
The title of freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double freighter.
Oh, declined.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect.
Okay.
And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
It's crazy in the modern, well, it's probably always been this way, but like no matter which career you go into, there's always this sort of impression that you need to move up in the world, that you can't just enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, because maybe there is a middle ground that you really, really love, but no, you're forced into other positions you don't really. Yeah.
Well, I've sort of had that because when I quit, I've always wanted to be a programmer, not moved up to any sort of team leader role where you're not programming. I like being in a lead position. I got frustrated last time because I could never get into that. And then when I quit my job, I was sort of offered high roles. But I remember one thing that someone said to me, because I'm moving to a small company, going back to being a dev, or staying a dev. And one guy said, like you're sort of getting older, you should move up to manager, which I don't like, but like the idea of it. But he goes, I just remember him because at the time I think Angular 4 was out, and he goes, do you want to be learning like Angular 17 when you're like 50? And I think that part of it made me think I don't know if it is limited. Like, can I stay in there? Like, is it? That's the one thing that came close to make me think maybe I should go up to a lead. Not a lead. I forgot the other term is. There's a more of the management thing.
Heavy
And then,
duty
sure enough, we're up to 6 or 7 of versions of Angular, I think. Last time I checked, it could even be higher. So I'm making exactly what he said. I'm making my way towards Angular 17.
What's a décommotage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to 2s. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers.
Teenagers?
Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like
Checking,
satellite
speeding.
officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
God damn it, Steve. That is disgusting.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Ooh.
Steve once again lives up to his name as the Filthbag Pirate.
So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
We are doing really good police work.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
Yes.
He trusts you for now.
Yes, we got the trust back.
Spoil it.
Because boy, he didn't trust us for a long while. I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks, that gives me hope.
Good.
Back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads...
Serial number.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
I think in a game that's usually not like mostly concentrating on the philosophical stuff, political stuff, there's still a lot of thoughts gone into how the police operate.
Yeah.
Or with all this stuff.
Yeah.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
Ah, so it's only recently.
The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time. That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again...
It's a legendary district.
Okay,
and
so-
a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like
Look good
Price,
night.
McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Thank you, Stranded, very much for popping in. Always great to see you. Thank you for hanging out in the Disco Elysium run-through. See you next time.
And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
The thing away. All right, well, I reckon we might call it there. That's a really good place to stop, actually. Things have opened up greatly. As for streams coming up, so Saturday morning I'll do a stream. I think I'm going to resume Uncharted 4 at this stage, because we did Rocksmith a few times before that. We're about halfway through Uncharted 4, so that'll be fun. Steve, anything you've got going on?
Not really, doing prep work for the Commodore 64 game stream.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird thing. I started this sudden realization with all the work I've been putting into it. That's like all this effort for just what is going to be a single stream. But yeah, I've got the intro music done, so I've got various music from various games put together.
Cool.
Stuff like that, and I'm doing a tech thing to be able to get to play it, which I could just hack it by getting OBS to play it as a separate stream and just clicking fast enough. But as a programmer, I'm doing it the hard way, but automated.
Cool.
Yes, I've got to work out. But yeah, so that's since it's so long, I'll be thinking maybe I should do a Mountain Blade stream just to stream something, but it's just that. And yeah, so far I've been more quiet. It's just been this and occasional grounded streams.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, let me put you guys into the stream end. Here we go. I want to thank you very much for all the new followers. Thank you, Emmy, for the raid. Appreciate it greatly. Hope everything's been entertaining over here. And yeah, we will see you next time in a few
Do you want
days.
to raid someone else?
Nah,